welcome everyone back to another great episode of Maxin TV. I'm your host, Max. I have here a special guest, Raiz Abdul. He is the founder of MindfulMe Care. Welcome.
Yes, thank you, Maxwell. I'm happy to be here and also hi to your viewers and hope
Yes.
they will have a nice day.
Yeah, absolutely. It's my pleasure to have you. And I'm excited because this is a kind of in a space where I actually am very passionate about. I'm a big fan of just therapy in general. I think I'm one of those believers that everyone should have them. But so yours is an AI powered mental wellness company. Does that sound about accurate or?
Yeah, that's MindfulMe Care is a mental health AI system built with a built-in AI companion based on research and knowledge about mental health. Yes.
Nice. So that's a very, very interesting topic we're definitely going to dive into for sure. But right before we get into that, maybe you can tell us a little bit of your background and how you even got into something like this.
So, MindfulMe Care is one of the startups that I have started like I think 2 3 months ago. I have another company that's called Unisupports. That's an AI automation agency, and I started from my first company where I was focusing on access control, CCTV type of systems, and after that, I have been with doing some stuff with Microsoft, Spotify, and then I came to a time where I started this company, Unisupports. It was most likely more focused on South America, Middle East companies, and now moved to the US. And we are like having already some good conversations with good customers, having some good customers inside this company. And that is when I think I was 8 months ago on Miami Beach.
Oh,
And
really? You're not
I
from
was,
there?
no, I'm not from Miami. I'm originally
No,
not from,
no,
yeah.
I am though. I'm actually originally from Miami Beach. Yeah.
Okay, no, Miami is it's always been one of my dream places. I always been to Miami, always stayed there. So I was on Miami Beach and I was thinking that why is the mental health issue in the US? Because if you look at the studies they have done, how many million students are dealing with mental health issues? Why is AI not solving those issues? So I was there sitting, thinking about it, and I know that I called one of my business partners and I said to him that, hey, I'm going to create a language model. A language model is, most people see a language model similar to an AI agent, but the language model is totally different. The language model, you train him with data, and he gets trained what like to handle cases or customers, or even in this type of case, people that need help with mental health issues. He can like provide them with the correct information. He can guide them, but he's not like a licensed therapist. That's for sure. He's not a licensed therapist. He's just a tool that can help people to make their lives easier. So I started to develop that tool, and once we developed the tool, it came live. It came outside, and that is when it started. That is when the
Mm,
real. I didn't expect that Mindful Me Care would get like so much attention, so much people are interested inside the company at this moment. So many people want to work with us, want to collaborate with us. So that is how it started, and that is how we got from where we were just like taking those baby steps. At this moment, we are like running because of the way the company is going to scale and is scaling now. So that is what Mindful Me Care has is the route has been till now. And I can also say that we have not only a mental health AI system companion built in, but we have also a huge uh, knowledge base built in with courses that people can take.
mhm, mhm. So, from my understanding as well, apparently you impressed the likes of Google. From my understanding, that they gave you some sort of grant to build this out a little bit.
So we have we had applied for different grants and different type of credits with different type of companies, and we received from Google a message also. We received from other companies also a message that they were like potentially interested or not only to invest but maybe possibly to give credits so that we can expand the language model and expand the services inside a company. So that is what the attention got us really quick in a couple of months.
Wow. Yeah, that's incredible. So with something like this, so it sounds more like it's not necessarily going to take the place of necessarily a licensed therapist. However, there's this giant. I remember even, just looking on my own, even in Miami Beach, let's say, looking for, let's say, just a therapist. There's really not that many, and those that are available are like $300 an hour, which to the average person is just not attainable. Do you feel like your solution is really for all of those other people that really do need it? They just can't access it for whatever reason.
Yes, the reason why, because we added to our advisory board two doctors, and what I have seen is that people go to doctors for appointments, they make appointments, and it's maybe expensive. And if it's not expensive, the backlog is big because a lot of people need to get appointments with doctors. So, my question was, what happens with someone at 11 p.m. at night when they start to get these mental health feelings, they're not feeling well? Where do they reach out? To who did they reach out? So I was thinking, if we can have this mental health AI companion, be handling them, like be conversing with them, talking with them to maybe calm them down, doing some breathing exercises, and also ask them that, do you need any medical assistance? Do you need emergency assistance so that we can provide you the nearest medical facility, or we can, the system is capable also to make calls for you. It can even make a 911 call for you. It can even make a call to any medical facility for you and tell them, based on what you write in the script or the message, what's your problem, where you're located, what do you need help with. And we think that the pricing of the subscriptions we have is payable for everyone, even it's like the middle class or even the lower below the middle class people. Everyone must be able to get access to this platform. We are also looking at some point that once the company scales, that we even give like 100 till 400 free subscriptions to people that are in need of it. It can also be veterans, it can be university students. Just give them something back to the community so that we can say at the end of the day, in companies we say we made so much profit in this year, this is our revenue, but I
Right.
want to see a dashboard where it has the description, we could save so many lives in this year. I want to see those numbers because those numbers will give me a satisfaction, not how much money we made, but how much people we saved, how much people we helped. That is the KPI that has been placed inside this dashboard of the company that I want to see, and that are the numbers we want to get.
Yeah, it's again like this, especially over time, mental health has become more on the, I would say, the agenda of the average person. But again, like there's only, I don't have any stats on this, but from my understanding, there's just a shortage of actual mental health specialists that can actually help people. And again, you run into that same issue. It's very expensive. Not everyone can access it. There's this gigantic group of people that need access to mental health counseling or help or whatever that just cannot access it. And how big do you think the market is for something like this?
So there was a research done, but the research was done more on university students, where there were more like 5 till 6 million students dealing with mental health issues, and There's also study done in the area of the veterans and law enforcement that a lot of these people deal with mental health. So the reason why, maybe I can give you like a little bit in-depth information why
Yeah.
also this system was made. So the doctors we have on our board, they told us that when some of the parents want to see their children, they have to take classes. That's one of the reasons they cannot see, so they have to take the classes, be ordered by the judge. That they have to take the classes, and once they completed the classes, they can see their children again. So they told us what happens is the backlog is so big, so huge, because a lot of these parents have to take classes, and then you get the situation where these parents are working, and you have then other situations where the doctor's agenda is also full. So you get the appointment maybe after 3 weeks, 4 weeks. So we thought if we build these courses in the system with enough check and balances like biometrics, so that you know that the person is really viewing the content by doing some biometrics checkup, etc. So if we can help these people by using our system to do the courses at the time they are free or they able to do it, then they don't have to take days off from the work, or they don't have to rush after the work. They don't have to like run to which doctor is available. The doctors also can use our platform to let these people do it, and at the end of the day, they get the information back. Hey, Mr. X did this course, he finished it at this day, at this time, did as his certificate, and the doctor just validates it and signs it. So that was also an area where we saw that, hey, with this system, we can help those people also. So at this moment, we focus on university students, on veterans, and on law enforcement. So these are the areas we're focusing at this moment.
Right. It sounds more like it's an enhancement of other doctors as well, not just necessarily saying, well, we're just going to take over. It's more of just an added bonus to them, be able to see more patients, I guess.
Yes, we our goal is not to take the jobs of the doctors away, because at the end of the day, the doctors, we say the doctors are at the top of the system because the doctors monitor the system, the doctors monitor the patients. We are just a tool to make the doctors and the patients' life easier and getting them faster help. That is our goal, and we are not planning, or we don't have any vision to go at such certain level to take people jobs away. No, that is not what we
Right.
are doing or are going to do.
Right. Right. So why don't we delve into, I guess, more of the technicals of the system? Maybe you can explain a little bit more in depth as far as how are you programming these language models, or what exactly. Walk us through. A new patient signs up. What do they go through, and maybe you can give us a little bit of the back end, what you're doing on your end.
Okay, so to start with, the language model, people call it the LLM. So that is an AI system. It is trained on a massive amount of data. It can be data that has been provided by mental health facilities, by doctors, and that language model generates data again to people that's like generated like human language, so that the person understands the information that he's getting. So what happens with our system, you will go to our system, you will sign up for an account, you will have then at that moment a free account, which, just to say a free account, you can still use our system, because we have in the system a journal section where you can add your daily journals, you can write how you feel, what made you happy today, all that you can do in the system for free. Then you have another section in the system that's called the course section, where we have courses from anxiety to parenting to PSTD, um, a lot more. It will be like 100 till 200 courses will be on that platform there. And then we have also another option where you can sign up to our community. In our community, you will have access to weekly classes, bi-weekly classes of doctors, psychologists, and you will also have access to communicate and talk with other people without revealing your real identity with them about topics. Maybe you are struggling with sleep disorder and you just want to talk about how you feel about it. The community gives you that option to talk about it and to be free in talking about how you feel. Then you have this language model that will show like a chat icon at the bottom, and with him you can have conversations. Let me say you got like fired today from your work. You can express your concerns with him. You can tell him that, hey, I lost my job today, I feel like killing myself, something like that. And he will start with the first thing, like he will start to guide you that, hey, that is not the option to do, these are the steps that you can take. He will talk like a real human with you to let you like feel okay. The moment you feel as a human that you need an appointment with a doctor, to have an online appointment with a doctor, a video call in this case, you will get a schedule to book doctors in your area or of outside your area based on their agenda if they are available. And once you make that appointment, the doctor gets that appointment, your call is booked with the doctor, and you sign up for the first class. What happens is the doctor in this case, based on your journals you're making, and if you allow that journal to be shared with the doctor already knows what is your issue. Instead of you going to tell the doctor the whole thing again, the doctor can see that, hey, he is dealing for 4 or 5 days with issues because he lost his job. Then the doctor also can get ready how to handle this case, where he saves a lot of administrative works, and the person that is not feeling well doesn't have to repeat itself. What happened in that case also, what we have seen is just a live example. My business partner, Andy Smith, told me that his wife had an appointment, I don't know where, but the appointment got called off, and they didn't call her. So she went to there and she arrived and she saw there is no one there. So you have to drive like 30 minutes to a place where you didn't get any message that the clinic is closed. So what the system also does, if the doctor cannot make it to the appointment, he can make from his phone to our system a cancellation, and the system provides that information to the patient or the customer, and he makes a new appointment. So the doctor saves his time to do all these administrative tasks, and the patient doesn't get like online without someone be there for them to help them, which can make them more aggressive and maybe feel bad at the moment that someone is ignoring them. And we can even set you up at that moment with another doctor that is available if you need urgent help to talk with someone. So this language model is handling all these things at the back of the system, that instead we have humans handling all this thing. The language model is the only thing where the language model will stop is he will not provide you any medical advices and those type of things, because we are not a licensed therapist language model. So that is why we have doctors in our platform that take over this type of cases where a doctor is needed. And a last thing I just wanted to add to also is the reason why I was thinking to have like these online calls with a doctor. Just to give you a real life example, if let me take a husband and a wife situation. The husband beats the wife. When the wife's face is like swollen, etc., she doesn't want to go outside the house because people will look like, "Hey, what happened with you? Someone beat you?" If you have the option to do it from your house, to have this online call with a doctor, how you feel and what is like disturbing you, it's for the person better to do that, because some people are scared to go outside so that other people see them and maybe make fun of them. So they feel comfortable maybe doing it from their house or from their location where they are feeling safe. And in that same situation, if that if the woman or the wife is in an situation where she needs like help from the police and she cannot like talk because the husband is like sitting like that, she can ask the language model to make the dial for her to 911, and the language model makes the call with the name, the location, and what the issue is, and the information he gets back from the call center gets provided back to her in a text message. The only thing what we are waiting for is we are waiting. We're just double checking with the law enforcement agencies how this 911 option that we integrated, how it's been accepted, and how it's going to work with them. So we're on a phase to do that only. We're left with that, but overall, all the functionalities are ready to be launched.
Right. So you're saying, God forbid, if someone's in a situation, let's say a wife who's in a quote unquote dangerous situation, she can't even necessarily make a call to 911. She can actually click a button and she won't even need to say anything. It will automatically feed that info to the police station, basically.
That's right. That's totally right. That's our
Yeah.
mission with the system also. Like the language model has to do that, and we're following compliances because if you're having people data, so the system is built on a stack where all these compliances are in place because you're dealing with data, you're dealing with people information, and you have to like follow the compliances. So we have also people from different companies that are like assisting with these compliances, that we follow them, and we want everyone to feel safe at the end of the day in our system. Because what happens is also of what we are going to do is when you sign up for an account, we're not sharing your original name with the with the people in the community, with the doctors even. If you want to share it, it's up to you. Because people feel sometimes ashamed to share their original name. They want to have a name that no one knows. Like create something like Don 26 example. So when you're in a community, people don't know you. Like you don't have a picture on your profile. They don't know who you are. So even you're expressing your feelings over there, you're not uh people are not knowing who you are. And also we have moderators in the system. So the moment someone wants to like start to be bad to other people and saying bad things to people, you get banned from the system because we don't want you're already having mental health issues. We don't want you to come to us where you feel home and then you have another person there just being like willing everyone over there. No, you will be banned. We have people 24/7 and we have a system following guidelines. So once you breach our guidelines, you're blocked forever.
Yeah. So when you're in that community, it's not like a video call, whatever, where people, it's really just, you can text your question in, essentially. Is that more like it? And it's essentially
Yeah.
anonymous.
Yes, that's right. You will be in the channel. You can text your messages in the groups. You can join the weekly and bi-weekly classes with doctors, psychologists, or even other people inside this industry areas. Can be people from the universities also that share uh, good knowledge information with people. You can join it for free. We are not placing any subscriptions for those type of functionalities. And one more option you have also is in the same community, we are creating a different channel where people can, especially people that are dealing with daily mental health issues, like in their house, at their work, at their office, any place. In the separate channel, you will have like doctors. So you push your things over there, and you have doctors come in, placing comments on your posts and seeing what's happening. But yeah, it has to be like something really urgent that needs to be spoken with a doctor. You will have a separate channel for that. So we're building a community where we want people to be safe and to be able to express. Because just to give you example, what happens now, I talked with someone and he said to me, "Hey, I want to use your system." He doesn't have any mental health issues. He told us. I'm not a doctor, so I cannot diagnose him. But he said to me, "I just want to use your system because I want to talk with someone. I want to text with someone." And what the language model does is, if let me say every day you go to him, you say to him, "Hey, I'm feeling well today. I'm happy. Everything is going good." And 2 days you didn't say anything to him, he will send you a message back, and he will ask you
Although,
like,
is
"Hey,
everything
how
okay?
are you?" Yes, so that feeling of, hey, someone is there for me, he comes back to you. And you can, even if you want, add an emergency number. Let me say you want to add your dad, your mom, or your husband, or anyone emergency number there. So what happened, the third day when you don't respond to him, he can send the emergency contact, if you approve that when signing up, a message that, hey, we've been following up with Andy and we're not getting any messages from him back. Hope everything is well. Sent from MindfulMe Care team. So we want to be there for people when they are lonely, when they are, no one is there for them. We want to be there for them, to talk with them and take care of them.
Yeah, that's incredible. So essentially, would it be broken into the different communities based on different, I would say, like, God forbid, if someone was molested, you'd have a community of people that are for that. If someone, their spouse beat them up or something like that. So, like, is that how it gets divided essentially?
Yeah. Yes, we will divide it by those. We will have a general one with everyone inside it, and then you have divided them in different type of groups. Sometimes you have people that prefer to be in a group with only women because they feel safer to be in a group with only women. So these information and these guidelines are we getting from like doctors in our board, and they
Hmm.
will like advise us how the best way is to divide those groups so
Hmm.
that people feel attracted and they feel safe there.
And is there a way for you to verify that if someone says they're a woman, they're not actually a man, it's pretending to be? Does that make sense? Or,
Yes. So when you sign up, uh,
yeah,
at your sign up, you will have to upload your ID, your
your
passport
ID?
ID.
Yeah,
Yes, because
yeah,
we have to know like the system has to know who the person is, and
right,
but the community will see your nickname, not your original
right,
name.
right, right,
So that is how to verify the identities of the people.
right. Right, it protects the identities, but again, like as you mentioned, if women want to have a women only chat, to make sure that there are no men in there, essentially. But yeah,
Yes.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
What happened?
We need to verify.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. No, no. I said
I was
we
gonna.
need to verify.
Yeah, sorry, I keep cutting you off.
No, all good, all good.
Okay, all
I'm
right,
just.
awesome. So what I was saying was I could see that each community could have, let's say, 1 million people in it. Does it come to a point where there are too many people in each group? Like, how does that work?
So the group channels won't have any limitations how many people you add to it. But what you can do as a person, or as a, let me say you feel you have like 5 people there which you talk daily with, you can set your own chat room up with those 5 people only inside it, and you guys can have like conversations inside them where you talk out of the group with everyone inside it. Even you have like a woman channel where only women are there. You can even make your own 5 till 6 people channel and talk there and have your conversation. As long as you don't breach any of our guidelines, then there's no issue in it. And also, what happens there, we block that people can send attachments, because you want to save that part where people like maybe how sometimes you can send someone else picture inside the group just to like defame the person and talk bad about them. So those type of things are being blocked, and we have like a 24/7 team that's there to check all these guidelines that no one breaches them.
Right, no pictures, no nothing. There's nothing that can potentially identify anyone. It's really all
Mobile numbers.
anonymous.
Yes, mobile numbers. If you like, you upload your mobile number, because what people do sometimes, they send your mobile number in a group and say, he's looking for someone. to make contact with. So mobile numbers, email addresses, banking information, street names, those type of things are banned. And especially you're dealing with people that have mental health issues. You don't want this type of stuff to get inside the communities. You want to be safe with it. So that's why it's being
Right.
blocked.
Right. So essentially, if you write out someone's email, it won't even go through. It'll be blocked immediately.
Yeah. It will warn
That
you
makes.
the first time. Second time you will get a warning, and
Oh,
third
you'll be
time you may be.
kicked. Oh wow. And so I know you mentioned you have a doctor on your staff. Essentially, before you make any sort of addition to the platform, everything gets run through him. Essentially,
We have two doctors
two
in
doctors,
our
right?
board of advisors, and everything that's, let me say, even if we make a small change on the website. So what I do, I like to have feedback from everyone, even the doctors, the business development team. We placed a CEO there also, take feedback from him, because we want everyone's feedback, and especially the doctors, because this is not, let me say, just a chat channel or something like that. This is a community. This is a system where people come with mental health issues. So you don't want to like play around, or just be testing things, because you're playing with people their lives. So these doctors approve the content, and also they approve every other thing that's been placed on the system.
Yeah, yeah. Wow. So as you mentioned, this is only a few months old, correct?
Yeah, I think by now I call it the baby. It's already
Right.
like 3 months, and in these 3 months, I can tell you that we had conversations with the sheriff office, with law enforcement, even with the judge. We had conversations, and there is still a day after day. I never had someone, or we never had someone that said, "Hey, this thing you guys are building, just throw it away. It's nothing." Everyone was like, "This is what we need. This is what the
Really?
world needs," and they are people inside the areas where these things happen, and they were like, "Hey, we're in. How can we help? How can we be part of
Wow.
this group?"
Yeah.
So I would say, if we got bad feedback, we could have done two things. We could have used the feedback to improve, and at some point when you see that, hey, this thing is still nothing for the market, like a startup, in this entrepreneur's life, a startup is, you take an idea, you go and build it for long term, but not all ideas are worth staying. Some are just like, you bring it on the market and you see it stays nothing, throw it away. But I always said, and I know I sat with my business partner Andy Smith in Orlando, and I said to him, "This company is going to make a big difference in the world." And he told me, "Hey, you're optimistic about it, good." And I was like, "No, I'm 100% sure this will be the best in the world. We just need the right people in the team, and we just need the right audience to focus on, and we'll go for it." Because at the end of the day, I will say it again, business runs on money, because you have to have, at the end of the day, your daily bread for your employees. But I place that in a second line. The first one is, how many people are having benefit from this system? How many people are we saving? How many people are saying that, hey, MindfulMe Care made this change in my life? So that is what I want. That will make me proud to know, hey, you created something that's worth it, not just something that makes money again, that like the daily life does.
Wow. Yeah. I'm honestly really excited to see where this goes because again, like I already had a passion for the mental health type of stuff before I found out about this. But I know, like, just speaking to people, just there's just so many people that they just simply just don't have access to stuff, and this could really help people.
You'll get one moment we launch. I think in 3 weeks time we're going live. You will get also a subscription from us, and we love also
Oh,
to hear feedback from there, like how you find it. And you know what the nicest things of the system is? We want to have a 2 weeks time to keep making new courses. So we're starting with 100 courses, but after 2 weeks we want 50 more. After 2 weeks, 50 more, so that you don't get like bored inside the system. Like when you're there, you have so much courses to do, so much courses to focus on. And the corporate offices also, if they have, let me say, employees that are dealing with such type of situations, sign them up, let them do the courses. You can even have them complete these courses and come back with a certificate where you know that, hey, they did the course, and we verify them like using the biometrics, those type of systems, to know that, hey, they are doing. Because what happens is, I'm just telling you something I did. I'm like, how would what would I do when I had to follow a course? I would like put it on play mode, put my phone beside me, and watch Netflix. It just keeps playing. It's finished. So I was like, there are smart people outside, so they can do that. I was like, no, the camera has to be on. It has to attach your face that it's you are doing it and you're following it, so that we know that you really did it. Not that we are just selling course. Because look, it can
right.
depend. If it's a mandatory course, we use that. If not, it doesn't care, because it's up to you. If you want to do it, it's your money. You buy the subscription. But if it's a mandatory course from the judge or from any other uh, agency, then we can have these biometrics being used in the system.
It's funny because I remember like when I was in a company and they made us take a certain course, I literally just sat there and just clicked the button and really wasn't even paying attention or whatever it is. I just kept
Yeah.
doing it. But I love where you're going. I could definitely this could be a huge uh, corporate product for a lot of companies, businesses, organizations. I could totally see that, especially with the certification stuff.
Yes.
Where someone actually has to focus on the course versus just as you said, watch Netflix at the same
Yeah.
time.
There are a lot more people outside in the world, so you have to always try to keep a step ahead, so that they don't beat you at the end of the day. But I the reason why I was also happy with the system is, the CEO of the company we hired. He's a veteran,
Right.
and he comes from the army, and he has this community with military people, and he talked with them. He showed them the system, and we would be happy. Like, I would be really happy if we can help these military personnels and their families also, and these law enforcement agencies, because at the end of the day, they are doing a great work outside there, helping other people. And if we can help them at some certain point, that would be amazing for us as a company, to help these law enforcement and military personnels and university students. So these three are our focus areas where we're going now at. And I told the CEO Matthew, I told him that, hey Matthew, when we give back to the community, we place another subscription price for law enforcement, for universe, like give them half the price, because they are doing something back for the country, and give them back something, because that gives us also satisfaction that we can be part of something to give back to these people. So I'm so happy, like when we talk with these military army people, with veterans, with the university students, like all of them are happy with the system. They see something there that can benefit them. So yeah, let's look how it goes.
That's incredible. Um, that's the whole journey of entrepreneurship is building value for other people, and it seems to be at the forefront for you guys. It's not again. I think it's very rare where you can put life changing type stuff, but also run a business at the same time, and it looks like you guys are doing just that. So it's something to
That,
applaud.
that's right. Entrepreneurship is a journey in life, which you choose. It's up to you as a person if you want to choose that journey. It's a nice journey, but I always say to people, it has two sides. It has a beautiful side, the amazing side, and it has also the side like where you can have days where, like, if you're working for someone, you're getting a salary at the end of the day, at the end of the month. But an entrepreneur can sometimes for months not get a salary, for years not get a salary, for years be living in a one bedroom, not having enough money to maybe buy clothes for himself. But I say we live once, and to make this life worth it, entrepreneurship is the best way to feel all these things that happen in life, and to see how your idea went from an idea, it went to a brand, it went to something that's saving lives in the world. And I think at the end of the day, that's the amazing achievement you can have as a human in life. For me, I see it like that.
Yeah, especially when something becomes a success and everyone just kind of sees just the successful part. What they don't see is what went into. Essentially, the saying goes, it took 12 years to become an overnight success.
Yeah, that's right.
They don't
And
see the other side.
no, they don't
But
see it.
yeah,
They don't,
they don't
because
see
we
the
don't
other side.
show. We let me say we don't show what we are dealing with. One thing also, entrepreneurs are dealing also with mental health issues. I know, I can see that,
Major,
like with people,
major.
because
It's hard.
I had
It's
this in my life where, let me say, I had a contract, or and I shifted to entrepreneurship. I left my job to go to entrepreneurship,
mhm.
where you had that thought that, hey, in 2 3 months I'll make it something. I will get payments from that. And at the end of the day, you had zero money. You had nothing. You just, it's like you went to the street. You're a bankrupt. You don't have nothing. So the only thing that keeps you alive is your idea. And the second thing what I say is like, you have to keep asking God. Even you ask him 20, 30 times a day, keep asking him that this is my idea and it's something beneficial. Give me the help me, because I say without the help of God, you're never going to achieve something. You need to work hard, but you need God, His hand also over you to be blessed, to be able to go that road. Because entrepreneurship has not only challenges with business, but also challenges with people. And you have to keep standing strong. And I would say to everyone, the moment you feel to give up because you see it's nothing and you give up, then you're done. But if you don't give up, the next day it becomes a success. That's what I have experienced. I was at the point where I saw, hey, everything is done. People said to me like, go and get a job, go and work somewhere, do something, because you're like not doing anything. And I was like, I don't care. I kept fighting, and I felt a moment to say, hey, give up, go and get a job back. And what I know, I was like, no. And after 2 3 days, it was like the other company went to a success. So that is the journey in life. So never give up, and keep following your dreams and your goals, and be good to people. Don't do bad things to people. And at the end of the day, when you don't get it, then I would say your story is not finished yet. There is still a
Right.
chapter left to go.
That's right. That's right. There's a famous story. Um, there's a famous story with Howard Schultz. Do you know who Howard Schultz is?
Yeah, I heard about it. Yeah.
So there's the famous Howard Schultz is the founder of Starbucks, obviously, but before Starbucks, he was running what was considered a small operation, and he was married at the time with a kid on the way, and he took his father-in-law took him for a walk, and he talks about this, and he's like, "Listen, Howard, what you're doing is very nice, but it's a hobby.
Yeah.
There's a kid on the way. You're married. I need you to get a job." And he was like
Yeah.
very distraught about it, and he obviously went to his wife. If his wife would have said, "I need you to go get a job," we would not have Starbucks today. But his wife was like, no, she was very upset that he said that to him, and it's like, no, I need you to continue on because he wasn't making any money at the time. I don't really need to finish the rest of the story because it's history at this point. I think he's worth about $4 billion, but
Yeah.
they don't see that part. I'm telling you, they don't see that part. They don't see that part. It's not. It takes a certain type of person to be able to kind of withstand that type of adversity, I guess, and to make something a success. So I give you a huge applause for doing something like this, especially when it's affecting all these people, especially when it comes to people's lives, especially around the line, especially with everything going on. And social media doesn't make things easier either. So, there's that too.
That's that's right.
Yeah.
And
But,
I'll say that we hope that everyone, we're starting with the United States at the moment, and at some point we'll go like globally, so that in the whole world we can try and save people lives and make it better. So we're looking forward to the launch dates. The dates will be shared to everyone. I would say follow our social media channels: LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. The dates will be available very soon, and you will also be invited to the launch date. So
I
stand
appreciate
by
it.
also.
Yeah.
So yeah,
No,
we're just looking forward to it, and hopefully next time when we have a podcast, when I'm sitting here, then I can say, hey, we have this dashboard. We saved 500 people their lives in this year. So then I hopefully will present you something where we can say to back like, hey, this was a story and this is the result again.
yeah, no, that would be incredible. I'm looking forward to that. I'll be leaving links down in below, but again, that's mindfulmecare.com, correct?
No, it's mindfulme.care.
Dot care. Okay. Okay. So,
Dot care.
and all the all the social media channels, I'll leave a link below as well. But
Thank
any last final words before we end off?
The first thing I wanted to say is first I wanted to thank you from the whole MindfulMe Care team for the opportunity in the podcast and to share some words with the viewers. And I want to say one last thing to everyone is
Sure.
we are always open to any feedback, any things you guys want to see extra in the system. You can always go to our website and there is an email address. You can send us a message, a DM, and we're open to hear those feedbacks. And one last thing would be also to uh, let's be good to everyone around us, because the person sitting beside you or behind you don't knowing what he's dealing with. So let's be good to everyone and let's treat everyone the same. And at the end of the day, we just want to have a happy world. So let's make it one at some certain day.
Yeah, no, I love to highlight things that kind of make the world better. Again, I have a very deep passion of mine regarding mental health. It's a really big deal, and it's something that is we applaud you for doing. We applaud you for doing it.
Thank,
We wish you the best of luck, best of success, and yeah, I hope to a year from now I want to see it like really rocking and rolling. That's I wish you nothing but good stuff.
thank you very much, and hope to see you guys soon again. Thank you.
Uh,
Appreciate it.
Absolutely, my pleasure. My
Thank
pleasure.
you.